I'm very pleased to be at Electrogear in Fareham in Hampshire with Richard Snow and Darren Lashley. And on the sofa session today, we're going to have a little bit of a chat about history, about support and advice, planning, staff, and VVP. And we'll come down to VVP in a minute. Morning, gents.
Good morning.
Morning.
How are we?
Well, good, thank you.
Yeah, we're all good.
Good. So who's going to answer the first question then?
What, in the history?
Yeah. History of Electrogear.
History of Electrogear. Electrogear was my stepfather's company years ago, where it was my second job. And we did a lot of work for MOD, wiring, quoting, taught me everything that I knew up to that point.
All still local to here?
All still local, yeah. Based in Havant, started on Hayling, then moved to Havant, and eventually ceased trading. And I used the Electrogear name through the years to as a sort of SPC company name when I was contracting. And then out of furlough, the COVID furlough redundancy, bit of consultancy work, I ended up thinking it's about time to start my own company. Sat on this very sofa in the back bedroom with an old laptop quoting companies that I used to work for, and it gradually built from there.
And what year was that?
That
this will shock a lot of you.
Yeah, this was February 21. And it just kind of rocketed, and it got to a point where one particular customer wanted so much work that I couldn't cope with it all myself. They wanted stuff it's sort of in series, and then they started wanting it in parallel, and I've only got one pair of hands, so I put a plea out, and Darren here answered.
And that plea was Darren Lashley.
Yeah, Rich and I have met probably about 10 years previous, working for an underwater vehicles company local to Fareham. I was a contractor. I walked into the workshop all those years ago, and Rich said, "Oh, I've heard about you. We'll get on famously," and we have, and it just.
That's a good sign, though, isn't it?
Yeah, very good. When I came in, Rich said, "Oh, I need some help," and I thought, well, I don't really want to come in and work for you. I think we can make a good team. And I said, well, how about we start a partnership? And Rich just, it took him a bit aback, and he just thought, why not?
Well, that wasn't something that I'd considered. It was just, I need someone to help, because there was so much work.
Yeah.
But building a business, going back to my stepdad, I know it's a lonely thing to build it on your own. So with Darren on board, it's just been a bit of a breeze. Everybody says it should be stressful, so we're either doing it wrong or we've just not found the stressful bit yet. So 2 years in, we've done all right.
Yeah.
So how did you transition? Because this will be in a lot of people's minds. How did you transition from the room in your house to here?
Well, very fortunately, for me anyway, was the fact that this is for the front end of my father-in-law's company. So when the business was taking off, it was kind of born out of hi-fi repair, sort of retro stuff. So I was doing a lot of that as a hobby. And that gradually built and built and built. So I needed more space than I could actually have in my garage. So father-in-law said to me, why don't you rent the front end of the building? We've done some COVID restructuring, and there's now an empty office, so you can move in there. So he was very good. They gave me a low start rent, but said, it'll be low start only, you've got to make it work.
Yeah.
And Electrogear was always the driving force, but BTL audio repairs kind of kick-started the company. And then customers would come in, they would see we had a premises, they would see we were employing people and gradually growing. And it just gave them a lot of confidence, I think.
So tell me what you both do in the business.
Well, until recently, everything.
That's usually the case.
Yes, yeah, definitely.
over the past 7 or 8 months, we've started taking people on. We got up to a complement of 7 people, including Richard and myself. Unfortunately, 2 have just left, but we're looking to fill those actively now.
And what kind of people are you looking for?
Prototype wiring technicians with a quality and logistics background, because we need them to be checking in equipment and parts for assembly.
Yeah.
Some on-site work, willing to travel, and basically enjoy what we do, because that's why we're here, because we enjoy it.
It is therapy. We always say it's therapy. You sit down with a large kit of parts and some drawings and create something that, you know, drives an ROV or will control some equipment and so on, and you just sort of craft something from nothing. Often it's with prototype wiring, it's not like panel wiring where it's just a back plate. I say just, it's another skill, but you've got a definite plan of how things are. But with some of the stuff we build, it's very much handcrafted.
Okay, so your lovely line is everything with a wire?
Anything with a wire.
Anything with a wire.
So with that then, you've just said prototype wiring to people like myself and many of you guys out there. What's that mean? Give us an insight as to the background of all of the nitty gritty of what you do.
I'll let Rich explain the technical terms.
Yeah.
But I would say when it comes to anything with wire, we are jack of all and master of all. We have to be. And we're providing solutions to companies' problems, whether it be small amounts, box builds, prototype, which is basically an engineer will come to you and say, I've got this idea, can you put it in that box? And here are the bits.
And what kind of thing would that be though?
Control systems, PCBs,
right.
Anything really, to installations. We've got a company, we need to go on site and project manage, which is something Rich has done before in his past. So we're using that experience to project manage up in the Midlands, I think Market Harbour. So we're looking forward to that. But anything with a wire, Rich, I mean, PCB wise?
PCBs. We're actually designing a PCB for a large Korean company, which it'll start with small numbers definitely, but if it's done right, could go global, which is crazy to think that it's born out of the company here. So but it's literally the tiniest sort of thumbnail sized PCB up to a suite of cabinets that will drive a warship. I mean, anything in between.
Wow, that's loads, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's massive scope.
So that's why we need to look for staff with the similar outlook, enjoyment. Because one minute you're
enthusiasm and skill as well.
1 minute you're at the desk, the next minute, as Rich said, you could be on the warship, you could be wiring something that's
really
worth a lot of money.
diverse then.
It's hugely diverse. Lots of different industries that we've worked in. We both come from a similar background, 35 years of experience in various engineering disciplines, and it's been great fun. Every day's a school day. Even now we learn every single day running the business and dealing with people and dealing with customers, dealing with suppliers. It's fun. I really enjoy what I'm doing. As you said earlier, if you didn't enjoy it, why do it?
Yeah.
But it's a lot of what we do is therapy. I'm sat wiring some boxes at the moment. I know that tomorrow I'm going to be sat down, or Monday I'm going to be sat down doing ISO paperwork, and then we've got to do
interviews
quoting.
as well.
We've got interviews to go through, so we've got a load of CVs to look at. So we wear lots of different hats, but we're trying to structure the company now so that we've got a management structure in place, so that it's not all on Darren and I, and we can start looking into different places for more business so that we can keep the guys going. Because we're now, the strange thing is we're now putting money on the table. We're helping our employees pay their bills, which is really strange feeling for certainly for me as as somebody who's always worked for other companies, now to be responsible for people's well-being. and that has to come from what Darren and I bring to the company to bring more work in to increase that and
you've
make
got
it
an
more
obligation
stable.
and a responsibility.
Oh,
Absolutely.
yeah. And they come
Absolutely.
first.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there's a saying that I saw on LinkedIn recently. It says, "Don't try and keep your customers happy, keep your staff happy,
Yeah.
and they'll
Your
keep your
staff
customers."
are your most valuable assets.
Yeah, definitely. And we've got some cracking staff. We really have.
And more to come.
More to come. Very grateful for those that took the leap first to join us, and they're doing a great job.
That's good. That's good. So you say support, advice, and planning. So let's talk about support and advice. If someone has a problem, how do you support and advise them on that? Have you got like separate consultancies? What do you do?
Depends on what sort of problem it is. We've got a lot of knowledge between us, but we've also got a very large database of people that we can draw on who are able to assist us helping our customers. So if a customer comes in and says, I've got a problem, we've been trying to do this for months and it doesn't work, what do you think? It might be that they've sat too long looking at the same problem and can't see it. We've had a couple of instances of that recently where we've solved a problem. But if it's an HR problem, Darren and I have our HR hats on. At the moment, we do everything within the company, so a company structure needs to be built to be able to have departments for that.
To house
but
departments,
that's a little way off. But we've got plans for that to happen should the growth happen that we think is going to happen.
I think the what we did originally was we joined the FSB.
Yeah.
Great step.
Fantastic.
Great. The support you get with documentation just to start your business, to get it rolling, get it moving, your handbooks, your contracts, your health and safety, everything you need was there. And Mark from Aspire, who's our FSP guy, he was brilliant right from the start. This year we got put up for 2 awards for the FSB. 1 award for the FSB, 2 for Portsmouth Excellence.
Yeah.
And we wouldn't have been able to do that without the knowledge and experience that we've gained from the FSB, Get Set for Growth, the LEP, Innovate Edge UK, yourself, and now ETC as well, helping us put our business structure together.
All local, great support.
Very local.
For all small business.
Yeah.
I totally believe that.
And that's the biggest piece of advice I'd give anybody is get on the phone before you start your business, speak to these people, and you can save a whole load of wasted time and probably issues.
I agree. That's great. So I'm now going to talk about VVP, which is your vision, value and purpose. And we're going to start with vision because we want to talk about the future of Electrogear. So what's your vision?
Well,
is that before ETC came in? Claire came in.
The vision before ETC, BETC, was let's just get through to the end of this financial year, which we've now closed out, and see what we get in for the next financial year, and then the next financial year. Then ETC came in and basically gave us a slap upside the head and said you need a structure, and then proceeded to make lists and give us quarterly targets, tick boxes, things that we need to achieve, and if we do it, we will grow.
Organisationally, structurally, financially, everything is now clearer straight away after
because
one
you
meeting.
have a plan.
Yes, and I think if you're just drifting from job to job, you're not going to make the most of your previous success and your skills and knowledge, and
learning on the way, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It's definitely learning on the way. But Claire's been absolutely amazing with what was written down, and to actually see it in black and white. I mean, we're Darren and I talk about the running of the business every single day, but we don't often write everything down so you can see it in black and white. And it was quite a moment when it was actually done for that first time.
Was that exciting or scary?
Both. Absolutely terrifying, but very exciting at the same time.
I didn't find it terrifying.
It's well, it is
What-
because
what-
we've got to deliver that.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
That's-
It's all very well having that, but you've got to deliver it. And
It's
I
in
think
our hands.
it is, and I think Claire's brought a lot to the table to help us do that. And we've got tick boxes, and we'll get to the end of the year with guaranteed growth.
So the vision at the end of the year is to make the same growth that we did last year.
Great.
Yes.
And by Christmas, the roles that Rich and I have at the moment, which have been clearly defined now, of operations director and sales and marketing director, we're hoping to be filled by other people by the end of the year, by December.
That's fabulous.
Yeah,
That's
that's-
fantastic
that's-
news, isn't it?
That's the vision.
Yeah. And
So
we have
value
everything
then.
there to do it.
Brilliant. Oh, you've got everything there to do it.
Yeah, we've got the structure, we've got the jobs coming. So yeah, it's just down to us now.
With the addition of probably, I would say, 5 more people,
Yeah.
Hmm.
You've got the
It's
capability
fully
and
achievable.
capacity to do it. So
fully achievable.
great stuff. Value then. What's your value? What
My
makes you
value?
yeah. What's valuable to you in your business? What's valued?
Quality.
What's your
Quality
USP?
and staff.
It's quality in our staff, yeah.
The staff
They're brilliant.
are amazing. They've been through a lot recently with health issues and all the rest of it, but they're amazing. They're absolutely amazing people, and we want to build more amazing people around them. But we want to deliver quality to the customer. It's all about if they've got an issue, we take the pain away, give us the pain, we'll sort that out for you. You'll obviously get charged for that, but you will get a product that works, it won't fall apart, it works first time.
And it'll be working in 10 years' time,
And it'll, yeah. And
20 years' time.
Longevity too.
Mm.
Yeah.
Sustainability.
First time fit.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's
The
really,
quality.
really important out there.
Mm.
So purpose then. Why do you do what you do?
Love it.
I want to retire.
Yeah.
I want to retire, but I want to retire knowing that all the years that I've put into doing what I do will leave something behind. I think when Rich and I first started, we talked about a legacy, bringing in the youth, bringing in younger people. So we've made good contacts with City of Portsmouth College,
Yeah.
Havant South Downs
Yeah.
College,
Peter.
Peter,
Mm-hmm.
all the people that will bring youth into the business.
And then you'll
Because-
make the difference.
Yeah, it will do.
Mm.
It will do, because we're realistic.
Mm.
As we're slowing down, they'll be coming up.
Yeah.
So we want something that they can grow into, grow the business, and then everyone's a winner.
Exactly. Anything
You
to
leave-
add?
No, just I'm very proud of the Electrogear name because of what it means to me personally. But I just want to leave something behind that the guys and girls that we bring in behind have got something to keep working in as they go forward,
they
make a
can
career out of it, and keep the business going.
We probably won't leave it behind. It'll probably be something that we want to be attached to, and be proud of.
Until you leave it behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
I'll prise my cold dead fingers out of it.
Yeah, we're getting there.
We're getting there.
That's great,
Yeah,
guys. Thank you so much. I hope you've all enjoyed the sofa session today. I'm just going to ask both Richard and Darren, how do people get hold of you then?
You can find us via our website, which is electrogear-solutions.com. You could email us at info@electrogear-solutions.com, or you could just give us a call. Our details are on LinkedIn. Shall I give out the phone number?
No, let them look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Search,
Have a real good look, ladies
Search
and
us
gents.
out.
Yeah, search you out. Thanks, guys. Really enjoyed it.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you.
Well, you know where to find my sofa sessions. They're on Apple Podcasting. They will be on my website, my newsletter, and on my YouTube channel. And if any of you out there want to do a sofa session with me, just get in touch. You know how to. Thanks again. Bye for now. just stopped.
What
So
the
that's-
hell?